Hello everybody. So now this is the introductory part of Cell the Unit of Life, a very lengthy and important chapter. So we've seen that I had drawn many diagrams. If you see like this, so many diagrams to let you know what it is all about, and it is very lengthy chapter. You need to pay heeds to my behest. Fine. So it is the introductory part 1 of Cell the Unit of Life. Let us study. So it is the introduction. What is cell? I hope you all know. Is so well, I do not need to tell you that what cell is. Cell is, this term cell is elicited means extracted from a Latin word, cellula, which means a hollow compartment, hollow like khokla, hollow, empty space, a void that is created. So hollow space, fine, that is cellula. From that cellula, cell term, which we are very acquainted to, is redeemed. Now if I talk of who was the first one to discover, to fabricate the very beautiful creature, very beautiful sort of organism, a cell, it was Robert Hooke for the first time in 1665. You can imagine what year am I talking of. 1665. Oh my god, he was a physicist, but yet he dealt a lot with his self-invented microscope, and he mentioned all his results in his book Micrographia. So Robert Hooke, who was a physicist, discovered a dead cell, important dead cell, and mentioned all his results in Micrographia. Now from where he had extracted this dead cell? He had extracted that dead cell from the bark of oak tree. I hope you are cognizant, aware of the scientific name of oak tree, that is Quercus subr. Nomenclature rules underlining the scientific names. So he had extracted this and mentioned his results. But who was the first one to discover the living cell? It was Leeuwenhoek, Antony van Leeuwenhoek, for the first time to fabricate, to discover a living cell. And we can give a lot of credits to Leeuwenhoek, that what are we going to do of a dead cell. But Robert Hooke also holds a strong place in science. Robert Brown, very important. Robert Brown, nucleus. He was the first one to fabricate, to discover nucleus in a cell. Fine. Now we have three more scientists, very important: Schleiden, Schwann, and Robert Virchow. Schleiden and Schwann, they were not brothers. Please do not take this misconception in your mind. Schleiden and Schwann, Schleiden belongs to Germany. Schwann was a zoologist, an animal zoologist from Britain, and he was from Germany, a German botanist. Plant world he dealt with. So they are totally disconnected from each other. Robert Virchow, how we'll move to Robert Virchow. First of all, let us deal with what Schleiden and Schwann had bestowed to us. Schleiden was the very first scientist to invent the necessary details for the plant cell, or we may say that he scrutinized, he examined the plant cell. Schwann, for the contrary, he had examined an animal cell, and then he even moved on to the plant cell. So he examined both the cells, he examined only the plant cell, and then they all proposed a cell theory, formulated, gave forth all the synonymous terms, proposed a cell theory, which said that every cell has a boundary called cell membrane. Every cell, which is a plant cell, differs from an animal cell by the presence of a cell wall. These were the postulates of the cell theory by Schleiden and Schwann. It was Robert Virchow for the first time to modify this and he gave his cell principle, that was every cell originated from the pre-existing cells. Mind my words, every cell originates from the pre-existing cell. So he talked of the origin of the cell. So his theory was cell principle, and he actually gave the final shape to the cell theory. Final shape, mind my words. And then this theory is also referred to as theory of lineage. So this was the introductory part. Now in the next part we'll deal with prokaryotic cell. If you have any query, mention in the comment section. Thanks.